Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Transnet's National Ports Authority says it's prepared to swim and not to sink. It's aiming to revive economic growth across the 8 commercial ports in the country. And this comes after a stern warning by Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana. In his speech, or in his budget speech, he said the beleagured state-owned entity will no longer receive government bailouts. It's hoped the appointment of Michelle Phillips as CEO and Nosipho Maphumulo as CFO will accelerate the recovery plan. eNCA's Ronald Masinda has more.
The Port of East London may be the second smallest in the country behind Mossel Bay, but management here say it has the potential to be a huge money spinner.
This port was given a status of being a distress port. I think the team that we put together to come and lead this port was in that state of saying we need to turn the port around. What that meant for us, it meant we needed to develop a new strategy. We call it a growth strategy. This strategy has some pillars into it. There's a real estate pillar, there's an infrastructure pillar, there's an oversight pillar, and under all these pillars, there's sub-projects that we are running just to see that, to make sure that the port regain its momentum.
South Africa's ports have developed a reputation for inefficiency brought on by neglect and lack of a skilled workforce needed to run them effectively. But management here in East London is promising a turnaround.
It starts with being transparent. I think in the Port of East London and in the central region, transparency is what we practice. If you remember, we had some engagement with customers where we're engaging on the port development framework for the ports here in the central region. That was to tell the communities that these are the projects that will be coming out. Secondly, there is a robust governance system or governance structures that approves these projects.
Transnet incurred financial losses of 5.7 billion rand during the 2022-2023 financial year. And the chopping and changing of senior management has not done the country's rail, port and pipeline company any good. The Maritime Business Chamber hopes that credible leaders will help steer the entity in the right direction.
We take note that recently the Ports Regulator of South Africa has approved a budget of about 14.4 billion towards the revenue for Transnet National Ports Authority against a request or an application, tariff application that was made by Transnet, which was around 14.9 billion, meaning that it's less by 500 million. And that tells you that there is enough budget for Transnet National Ports Authority to drive its core mandate. And you would note that they still also, gonna be generating some income from marine services, and also they will still be generating revenue from the property portfolio that they hold.
The Ports Authority in the Buffalo City Metro says it's also mulling investing in a waterfront in the near future. It's one of the many projects in the pipeline they hope will keep them afloat. Ronald Masinda, East London.